It's South versus PHS. Here we go. Third inning. Krista Durkin leads off with a single right back up the middle. And then Gabby Davis going to get a bunt down that Annis and Shelton holds on to. No play there. That'll load the bases. But with 2 outs, Shelton gonna get the strikeout looking to leave the bases juiced and end the inning. Nicely done. Bottom third, Jaden Vargas lines the ball into right field as she slides into second base with a leadoff double. 2 runners on now. Annalyn Wingland skies the ball to right. That is going to be dropped, allowing the second run of the game to score. Runs at a premium in this one. Now bases loaded for Addison Moon, and she's going to ground one between short and third. That pushes another run across there. Let's go to the 6th inning. Addie Cameron comes in for the Lady Big Reds and throws a 1-2-3 inning. They needed that, but in the top of the 7th, Annis and Shelton strikes out the side to close it out as the Lady Patriots get the shutout victory 4-0.